we're gonna do the brisket now. I've had it marinated last night in a brisket rub, and I've covered it in plastic. I've got the grill temperature about right. It's still a little warm. I'm gonna be trying to get this thing down to about 200. One of the things I want to notice before I put brisket on there is what I did is I was a little worried about the heat temperature in the center of the grill, so I put this pan in there because I'm gonna be smoking today mostly. So as you can see, it's kind of heated up in the middle of the pan. So it's one of the things about the Cabela's, since it has this, and I think it leaks a little bit maybe. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put the butt of the brisket, or the biggest part of the brisket, on this part and leave the smallest part toward the end. And then I'm gonna run in and get the baked beans. I'm gonna put those on the end near the sensor. So I'm gonna cut this, well, may not even have to, yeah, I may have to cut it open. I don't know, we'll see. I just basically, all I did was cover this in olive oil and brisket rub. That's basically all I did. Some brisket rub that we use. I'll get the brand later for you. So I'm gonna lay this just like this in there. Like I said, the grill's a little bit too warm right now. But I don't think it's going to be a problem. I searched online to see what Cabela said about the smoke thing, and one of the things, there was a question on the forum. If you go to the forum under these, it's a question answers what it really is, not really a forum, from Cabela's answering people's questions about the grill. One of the things they said was about one of the questions was about smoke, and the answer was, if you want more smoke, you got to cook at a lower temperature. So what I did is I've been cooking with Walmart brand pellets, and I just really didn't like the smoke quality on them and the quantity of the smoke. So what I did this time is I went out and bought Cabela's brand pellets and emptied the hopper. You know, there's still a little bit left in the auger, but the Cabela's brand pellets are a little bit different. They look different. They look a little darker, and so we'll see how different it is whenever it starts really getting after it, starts smoking. So what I'm planning on doing is I'm planning on running at about 195 degrees for about 5 hours. 5 or 6 hours. So we'll see how it looks in that time, and we'll leave it smoking for that long. One of the things that I started doing was putting a little bit of oil spray on the grill before you put your meat on. It does help when you're grilling to keep that stuff from sticking. You just simply clean it off once you get it up to temperature, and then spray a little bit of this on there. So we're at about 235 right now. The setting temperature is 195. So we'll let it get down to that temperature and see where it goes from here. So we'll stop it from here, and then we'll go turn it back on here in a little while. All right, now we got the baked beans. I'm gonna take these and put these near the sensor, on the end of the sensor. This is, my wife actually made this. She said this is Pioneer Woman Best Baked Beans. You can get this recipe off of Pinterest. So I'm gonna place them right here at the end of the grill, not right on the sensor, but near the sensor. And I'm gonna leave those cooking, and we're gonna stir them throughout the day. We really like this recipe, but I think it'd be really better, maybe even taste a little bit better if it had a little smoke on it. So that's the reason why we're doing this. So here we go, and we'll let you know along the way what it looks like. Hey, just a little update here. Just wanted to let you know about the smoking the brisket and the baked beans. and it's looking really good. It's been on a little over an hour, and I thought I'd give you a little look-see and see so you can see how things are going. So let's look at it. Alright, as you can tell, we've got good smoke. Looks like starting to help on the outside, and our baked beans are looking really good. Doesn't look like it's overcooking there at the bottom. So I put the fat up. That's just a preference of mine. I feel like that with the fat up, it will allow the fat to start to melt and go through the meat. One of the things I didn't talk about earlier, I wanted to talk about real quick, is the whenever you're cooking meat like this and you want to smoke it, you want to keep your temperatures down, because as I was instructed by someone who knows about this stuff, not that I came up with this at all, but a friend of mine told me about this, shared this with me, is that whenever you smoke, you want the pores of the meat to stay open, so the smoke will get into the meat and you'll develop that good smoke ring around the outside of the meat. So low temperatures is the key. You're not really cooking the meat at this temperatures. It's too warm still, or not warm enough, excuse me. So you want to leave the temperature down as low as possible and allow the smoke to penetrate into the meat. And then at the end is when you really want to cook it. So I'm going to leave this on. I'm going to try to hit around 5 to 6 hours, probably more around the 6-hour range. I'm going to see where we are on when we get around 5 hours, see what's going on. So just to also share with you, I'm going to show you this temperature here. The temperature, if I can show you, there you go. Show you around, it's about 190. I have it set at 195. It's been maintaining around 192 to about 197, so that's really good. Normally when I used to smoke briskets in South Texas, where I come from, and I built my own grills. You had to build the fire in the firebox, and you had to watch it all day. I would smoke briskets anywhere between 10 to 12 hours at about 200, 225. I'm talking about these are great big grills, the ones I built. So anyway, I think with this, it's going to be pretty good. I'm going to, at the end, I am going to do a little bit more seasoning on it, and then I'm going to wrap it in aluminum foil and cook it about 350, so to finish it off. So we're looking to have a lunch today with my children, and want to be ready to eat about 3 o'clock, somewhere around that time. It's a beautiful day out here in Kansas City, and it's just we're just going to have a good day of cooking, smoking, and a day of rest. And so keep posted. I'll keep you posted along the way.